All right, so you got the front headlock, but every time you try to go behind, he squares up, or even worse, you get sucker dragged, and now he's got your back.
In this video, I'm going to cover 3 game-changing details you need to know if you want to start scoring from the front headlock every single time. Let's go. The first thing we got to cover with a front headlock is basic positioning. I've got my inside hand controlling my partner's chin and my outside hand cupping his upper tricep. My shoulder pressure on the bottom of the neck creates a pinch point of control over my opponent between my hand and my shoulder. Now, in order to score from here, I've got 2 main issues I've run into. First is that I've got to get behind my opponent, and if he's any good, he's going to be able to use his arms to block my movement. The second problem is that he's looking to control my elbow here. His goal is to take my upper arm from being parallel with the mat to being perpendicular with it. The more my upper arm becomes perpendicular to the mat, the more control he has over it and the more ability he has to pull it across my body and sucker drag me. So, in order to finish, we've got to find solutions to these 2 problems. Hey, if you're getting value from this, do me a massive favor. Take 2 seconds, drop below the video and hit that thumbs up and subscribe. It's hands down the best way to support the channel, and it'll make sure you don't miss my next video. All right, let's get back to it. First, we'll look at solving the first problem. Something a lot of guys do wrong is they try to go straight behind from this position. Now, you might be thinking, no, you've got to bounce him first and then go behind. But the problem is, if I just drag him straight back and bounce him, it takes very little time for him to reset position and continue to defend. So, I have a very simple solution to this.
We're gonna cheat.
As I bounce my opponent, I want to get my inside knee to as much of an outside angle as possible and begin to turn my hips to help me achieve that go behind angle. So notice how my positioning changes as I bounce him. I'm already 40% of the way behind him. That means it takes very little effort for me to continue on the angle and take the back. And he has a ton of squaring up to do from this position in order to defend. A key detail here is I want to pretend there's an arrow on my knee and I want to point that arrow at my opponent's far hip. All right, so we've got the angle, but how do we actually finish? From that position, I release the chin and take the back of my hand to his outside armpit. This blocks him from extending that arm out to block me or tie up a leg. I then take my chest and I want to hit him right between his shoulder blades, putting as much weight on that as possible. This is going to keep his weight on his hands and make it much more difficult for him to square up with me as I go behind. Now that we've learned how to cheat the angle and how to finish it, we have to solve that last problem, the trapped elbow. Again, my opponent's goal is to take my high elbow from being parallel to the ground to perpendicular with it. If I allow him to keep his elbow here, there's all sorts of problems he can do to escape. He can knee tap me, he can sucker drag me, he can even drive in and circle out.
But what if he's really strong and you can't pull that elbow free? I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Come closer, closer, closer. Wait, that's too close, back up. You don't actually have to pull the elbow free.
Yeah, no, so check this out. He can have an absolute chimpanzee grip on this elbow. It doesn't matter. All I'm gonna do is create a little bit of space between my chest and his head and swim my hand over the top and cup his pit so that I'm in double overs. From here, I can look to do that exact same finish as before, but without the chin grip. Or I can reestablish the chin grip and keep my elbow out of his reach this time. The last thing I want to cover is using a front headlock as a form of leg attack entry. Remember, to enter on a leg attack, I need to get past my opponent's head and hands. While his hands are planted on the mat is a great time to go outside his head and hands and establish a grip on the leg. From here, I can pull myself into the shot as he starts to posture back up. Now, you've got everything you need to finish a front headlock, but you got to get your reps in. Drop me a line below and let me know if you're going to add this to your arsenal, then get to work.
What's happening? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that video, this one is my most recent, and the video I recommend personally for you is this one. If you've got a question or something you want me to cover in the future, drop me a line below. I read every comment. I love hearing from you guys. That's all for this one. I'll see you in the next one.